It is frustrating to have a product, a digital product, or a physical product and not be making any money. It's frustrating to be gaining followers or subscribers and still be in the same position financially that you were when you started. And that's exactly what we're going to be talking about on this video. How I went from not making any sales, struggling, frustrated, all of the things that you're feeling, to making thousands of dollars in the online space. So if you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Trey, and on this channel, we talk about all things getting to your first sale and consistent sales. Around here, we are strategy oriented. I am not about just guessing and trying to throw spaghetti at the wall hoping that it will stick. It is strategy, strategy, strategy around these parts. All right, so if that is something that you are looking for, definitely make sure that you hit the subscribe button, like the video if you resonate with it, and of course, comment down below what was your biggest takeaway. Let's get started. If you are not converting, meaning if you are not getting people to actually hit the buy button and follow through with investing in your digital products, it's not because your digital product isn't any good or because you're not qualified. It's simply because you have to consider the quality of the people that you are attracting. That's why I talk so much about how important it is to understand your target person. You have to understand them like you understand yourself, right? You have to understand what their pain points are, what the transformation is that they are trying to achieve. What is it that they're trying to get to? What's the goal, right? What's the problem? What's the solution? Right? If you understand exactly who you are talking to and how to communicate specifically to them to make them recognize that they need the solution that you have, right? Because they already know that they have the problem, but sometimes people, when they're watching your content, they don't know what the solution is. They don't know how to even start attaining the solution. They know that they want a solution, but they just don't know how to get there. So the first thing that I would consider is, what is the quality of the person that you are attracting to your content? Are you speaking directly to the person that needs what it is that you already have? The best way to do that is to be able to come on and talk about something that you have solved for yourself. If you are the living, breathing, walking, talking testimony example of how your solution helped you get to where you are, then it's a no-brainer for your client or your customer to say, you know what, this person understands where I've been and has gotten to where I'm trying to go. So I don't have to think twice about making the investment because I already want the solution. Too often we are getting on these social platforms and we're starting with the, hey you guys, thank you so much for joining, blah blah blah, and we are not speaking directly to our target person and giving them exactly what they came for from the beginning. We have to cut out the fluff and get straight to the point. In social media, especially as social media progresses, people have a very short attention span. So if you are not catching your target person in the first few seconds, you're going to lose their interest. They're not even going to know that you have the solution to their problem, right? So in your copy, in your marketing, make sure that you are getting straight to the point, that you are talking to your client or your customers' pain points. You're talking to the transformation, the before and the after, and then you're giving the solution on how to transition from where they are to where you are, right? And that's why I say it is so important, again, and I'll say it over and over and over. It's so important for you to have experienced the thing that you are talking about. The very reason why I don't flinch to come on here and talk to you about how to make money in the online space from your phone is because I've done it, right? I've proven the strategy. So when I talk to you, I already know the steps that it takes to get to where you are trying to get to. So I'm able to sit across from my camera and I'm able to tell you step by step, this is what you need to do, this is what you need to do, this is what you need to do, right? But if you are not able to confidently convey that you have the answer to the problem that your target person is having, they're just going to scroll, and they're going to find somebody that's able to communicate it to them in a way that they don't have to take too much time to realize it. You stop focusing on the sale and you start really focusing on, okay, where is my target person trying to go? What are they trying to accomplish? Then you approach content very differently, right? So when you are posting your content, whether it's video or camera facing, whether it's faceless, whether it's a podcast or a blog or a newsletter, regardless of what type of content it is, it needs to communicate to that person that you understand exactly where they are, that you relate to exactly where they are. Otherwise, it's going to fall flat every single time. I want you to consider this. The person that you are talking to across the screen from you is the past version of you. What is it that you wish that you knew? What information did you wish that you had when you were first starting out that could have helped you get to where you are currently a whole lot sooner, right? You got to find the gaps, right? Don't just come on and try to replicate everybody's strategy, because it's going to fail. Okay. You are going to get frustrated because it's not going to feel natural to you. Get on and talk to the past version of you and give the past version of you everything that you wish that you had. In order to do this successfully, you can use the chat GPT prompt that is in your mobile money bundle. Follow the content strategy, follow everything that it tells you to do, because it's not only going to tell you who your target person is, but it's going to tell you what pain points your target person actually has, what content to create to specifically speak to that target person so that they understand that you have the solution. And not only that you have the solution, but that you have experienced things that they are currently experiencing. So let's talk about the clarity on your sales page. Now, whether you are using Beacons, StanStore, PayHip, any of the point of sale platforms, you still need to be adding verbiage, adding language that your target person can resonate with. I want you to ask yourself, when you read your sales page, right? Whether it's a landing page, whether it's a website, or whether it's a point of sale platform, when you read it from the standpoint of the past version of you. Read it from the standpoint of somebody that needs what it is that you have. Are you convinced? Are you persuaded into realizing that you have the answer that you are looking for? If not, then you need to consider upgrading the language that's on your sales page. So I want you to think copy and I want you to think hooks. What do I mean by that? So again, whether it's on social media or you are podcasting or newslettering or blogging or whatever the case, you need to catch your target person's attention very early on. Not only do you need to catch the attention of your target person, but you need to keep the attention of your target person. How do you do that? Well, you speak to what it is that they are trying to achieve, right? You speak to the benefits of having what it is that you have, right? For example, I am the example of what it looks like to get my first sale. I am the example of what it looks like to have received consistent sales in the online space. What does that mean? Now I'm able to travel more than I ever have, right? I've traveled 3 or 4 times already, and we are only 6 months into the year, right? I've been able to spend more time with my loved ones than I ever have. I don't have to trade 8 to 10 to 12 hours a day at work, because I figured out how to, one, take back my power, and two, create multiple streams of income to where if I work a job, it's because I want to work a job and not because I have to work a job. My target person is currently experiencing the things that I started out experiencing, right? The fear that of not wanting to be camera facing. My target person may not have enough money to be able to travel. My target person is trying to figure out how to save money or clear their credit, or how to just get out of the rat race and the matrix of doing the same thing over and over and not feeling fulfilled. Now, if you want to go faceless, these are things that are not as important. The strategy is very similar, but still very different with faceless content, right? But if you are camera facing, you 1000% need to know what you are talking about. Why? Because those people, the people that are across the screen from you, are going to be able to sense this person is not confident. This person is not, there's no conviction in what they are talking about. You can tell when you have not experienced a certain thing, right? So there's no one that can tell me how to build a house if you have never built a house. I don't care how many times you've read a book, right? And so people are feeling that when it comes to your content. So make sure that you know exactly what you are talking about. Who you are around is a huge part of where you end up. So if you want to be a part of a community of people that are doing exactly what you are wanting to do and that are examples of where you can be, I have my mobile money bundle in my description box. It comes with group coaching. Or if you want to do it on your own, there are options also for you to do it on your own. The target person is automatically going to have questions, and you need to master the art of addressing the objections before they even ask the question, because the questions are already in their mind. But when you are able to answer those questions ahead of them even being able to ask it, it solidifies you as the authority, as the subject matter expert in that particular field or category, right? So you want to think of what are some frequently asked questions that my target person might have. What are some questions that you had when you was going through the exact same thing, right? Think about those questions. Use the ChatGPT prompts that is in your mobile money blueprint to identify the questions that your target person has. And when you are able to identify those questions, then you are able to answer them with more clarity. You are able to answer them with more conviction, and your target person doesn't have to think about what the answer is. They don't have to research and try to find what the answer is, because you are already answering those questions. And when you do that, it makes your target person feel like this is a no-brainer. I have to invest in this particular product. Why? Because before I even asked the question, this person, this brand already knew the questions that I already had. Make sure that you are addressing your target person's unanswered questions before they even have to ask it. How do you do that? In your content, in your copy, on your website, on your sales page, in your captions, anywhere that you can manage to answer the questions for them before they even have it can change the game on their decision from, this is interesting, I might want to purchase, to I need this thing. When I first started this channel, my goal was to teach you how to get to your first sale and how to get to consistent sales. My goal since starting this channel less than a year ago has changed. It's not only to show you how I have been able to get to my first and consistent sales, but it's also to show you how amazing life is simply by making a decision that multiple streams of income is the way to go. I am on my fourth stream of income, and I would not trade my decision to get started for anything in the world. Yes, I was nervous. I was afraid. I did not feel qualified. I did not feel like I was ready to start. And me starting, even though I didn't feel qualified, ready, or capable, is what has me in a position less than 1 full year making thousands of dollars in the online space. I've included every single thing that I have used to get started in my description box. You can start with one course of learning the skill of that course, starting that stream of income, and then branching off into an additional stream of income. Or you can start with investing in the entire bundle of courses. It's over 55 plus business courses in there that you can take. I'm taking the mobile notary course now, to where I'm able to start my next stream of income. Once you start making money on a consistent basis, and once you realize how passive it can truly be, it almost becomes like a game. Like, okay, now this one is working and doing what it needs to do. I need to start an additional stream of income without having to trade all of the time and feeling unfulfilled in your job that we do when we work for these people. So that's it for me, guys. I hope that you were able to find this video helpful. If you were, make sure that you hit the subscribe button, that you like this video, And of course, that you comment down below what was your biggest takeaway. I don't have anything that you don't have. I am no more special than you. I am no more lucky than you. I just decided to start. So if you have been watching YouTube video after YouTube video, or watching videos on any platform and haven't started, or you feel frustrated about starting, I invite you to join this community. I invite you to join a community of people that is actually getting things done. I've decided that instead of offering you a complete bundle, if you're not ready to jump right in and you just want to get started little by little, you have the option to choose any one of the courses that I have taken in the description box below, and you can start with one, and then as you gain that skill, you can then start to pick up additional skills. Either way, whatever you decide to do, I want you to know that when you have the skill, can't no one take that skill from you. They might be able to take that job from you, but they can't take that skill. And that's the goal. Multiple streams of income. So I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye, guys.